I remember the day I became an Uncover believer and customer, and I remember it vividly. It was a corridor conversation at the Antler Nairobi space that just changed how I saw Uncover and what they were building. So Sneha, co-founder of Uncover, was struggling with this challenge like every early stage founder knows too well: how to market effectively without burning through cash recklessly. But this is what stuck with me. She wasn't just looking for awareness sake. She was so passionate about reaching the right people with the right message, and not just doing something nice together for the sake of it, and not just burning cash to figure it out like so many startups do. She needed every shilling spent to count, but the message to really just reach the right people, And when she asked me for advice, something just clicked, and I just come off some really painful and by the way expensive digital marketing lessons with ZD, and so I really had the battle scars. In fact, I was like, hey, you've asked the right person. I could save her from the same experimentation we'd gone through. And also, this is just one of those things that I really love. I love anytime any other founder or anyone asks me something, especially if I've learned it the hard way. I truly believe in the principle of I can spare you the fire and give you the shortcut so you don't have to go through the hard method as well. But anyway, so what stayed with me wasn't just the conversation we had. It was just her humility, her willingness to admit that she didn't know, her willingness to ask, to push, to explore in a space where people just feel untouchable. Founders can really, especially the more successful they become, it's like it can breed this sense of I've arrived, as we say in Kenya. But Sneha just is down to earth, and she really stayed grounded. And she also had this way, side note, by the way, of making me feel seen. She would often stop me to ask me why sensei type questions on the corridors of Antler, and I'd look at her in surprise, like, oh, you came to me for that. But then most times I'd have the answer. So she also helped me find that confidence. So that's the day I walked away thinking, this is an amazing startup and they're going places. And I'm glad I was right. Uncover has grown tremendously. It's still growing. They're expanding their products and they're continuing to make a real difference for African women in the market. But that conversation, that was the moment I became an Uncover believer and customer.